Black Earl on the line, our old
Earl.
pal. What's up, Earl?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Well, we're all mourning the passing of Lou Reed.
The untimely passing.
The untimely passing of Lou Reed, and I know you were a big Lou Reed fan.
Could tell by the Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the guy. Love.
What do you like? What do you like about him?
Just really, he was just street. He was street to the core, man.
Yeah, man.
True that.
How is he street? I don't know what that means.
He was like part of the New York City fabric, right, Earl?
Oh.
No, yeah.
He was New York.
Uh-huh.
When you think New York, you think Lou Reed.
Well, he's also, he brought a real sense of realism to the music. To be quite honest.
Absolutely. Explain that further.
The music was real.
I mean, think about it. Before Lou Reed, you didn't have really deep songs about drugs, about.
Yeah, Rolling Stones weren't into that at all.
Yeah, Dad neither. So, but you liked his, you liked lyrically what he did.
He really delved into that drug culture like no one else.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying,
Yeah.
Earl?
Oh, guys, no, you were breaking up for a second.
See, that's one of the things he does. I have a million phone calls where Earl goes, "You're breaking up."
Nothing changes.
Earl,
It's been years.
he really
Yeah,
he really tackled the drug culture in his songs. I said, explain that further, please. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, think about a song like Heroin. Think about a song like Waiting for the Man. Thinking about, just trying to think something else off the top of my head.
Well, we're thinking about it.
Well, even Walk on the Wild Side obviously was great.
Yeah. There was
I never heard that.
There was some drug action in that song as well.
And what about New York Man?
Oh, New York City Man, I think is the
New York
best
City
song
Man?
written about New York.
Why is it the best song written about New York in your words?
A lot of New York songs out there.
Yep.
Well, just first of all, it's a fantastic song. It's just
What makes it a fantastic song? Earl, what makes it a fantastic song? You can't just say it's a fantastic song. What makes it a fantastic song?
Earl? Comment? Earl?
Earl.
Hello?
Earl, what are you doing? Earl, we know you're still there. What's going on?
Earl, hello. I don't know.
Earl. He didn't hang up.
Maybe someone sprayed some Febreze and he passed out like those sheep,
Earl,
the sleeping sheep.
can we call her?
Remember,
Earl?
he used to just pass out.
Yes. Earl. Can we call Earl back? And now he hangs up.
He's at a loss for words.
He is at a loss
It's
for words.
always the second question that always has gotten him.
Throws him.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing so much, because you go, okay, you like Lou Reed. Yes. Well, what song? Well, I mean, even Take a Walk on a Wild Side. Well, why? You're breaking up.
It's
He
great.
reiterates the same thing you said in his Twitter. Yeah, it's the best.
All
It's the
right.
best song.
Here comes Earl.
All right.
Make him believe that he couldn't hear us.
Yeah.
Earl,
Early.
Yo,
why is that a great song about New York?
great song about New York. It's very literate. It has, historical references, both in literature and
What historical references?
quotes Shakespeare. Quotes.
Shakespeare is, of course, a grand New Yorker.
No, he's not.
Yeah, wouldn't that
We
be a
remember.
great Shakespeare song then? What makes it such a great New York song? Because there's a lot of songs that have been written about New York over the years.
No, I understand that, but I don't know. I like the feel of it. I like the energy of it. It's just kind of as a different
vagaries.
for Lou because it was kind of a laid back song. It was almost sentimental because he was hardly sentimental.
Really?
What do you mean about sentimental? The fact that he was born in Brooklyn and he's singing about New York City?
Well, no, not sentimental in the sense that, let's say, like,
Earl, your Twitter said you're a huge Lou Reed fan.
yes, I'm a huge Lou Reed. Guys, I went to bed 2.5 hours ago, so I'm not
Oh.
as sharp as I am right now.
Up just reflecting. Little
Still
self-reflection.
still a little too emotional right now.
Lost for words.
Lost for words.
The old loss for words.
Yeah, well, it's
be-
Lou Reed, for God's
Must
sake.
be great to live your life with that moniker. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, lost for words. What you going to be on with Ronnie today? Talk a little about Lou?
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd like to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's very upset about it.
Oh, have you spoken to him?
Not yet, no.
So how do you know he's very upset about it?
He's as big a fan as I was.
Well, and you're a
I
huge
find that hard to believe.
and you're a huge fan.
He doesn't know at all.
Big Lou Reed fan on the phone. Earl Douglas.
And, I got one because this is one thing we discussed earlier. We don't understand. Like a lot of people say that Lou Reed was very influential in their careers. Why is that?
Go.
Well, influential in the sense that he brought an avant-garde sense to the music. He brought realism to lyrics. On top of everything else, fantastic guitar player too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How about the singing?
Singing, well, you didn't, like Dylan, you didn't necessarily have to be a virtuoso to be a fantastic singer.
That's true. Dylan, though, I at least sang. Dylan did do a lot of singing. Lou Reed kind of sings.
Yeah, he kind of
More
kind of
talks.
it was like more talking, but it was also
Like what we're doing right now could be a Lou Reed song.
Right.
Wow. Very good, Jimmy.
he just brought this kind of. It wasn't quite spoken word, but it was also very rock and roll in the sense that he kept it simple. It was always two guitars, bass, drums, not a lot of chord changes.
But the thing is, now, Earl, I've heard Lou Reed, everyone's talking about him today, God bless, but I've heard Lou Reed described as like the godfather of punk.
Right.
Of punk. I don't really, if I listen to any of his songs, even the live versions, I'm not hearing much punk sounding music there. How is that title given to him?
Well, he sang about trannies, so that's kind of punkish.
Well,
no one else was singing about trannies, right?
I'm not feeling like, when you listen to something like the Dead Kennedys, things like that, even the Clash,
Maybe it wasn't the punk sound. Maybe it was the. Well, Earl, why don't you explain?
No, well, listen to an album like Rock and Roll Animals.
Sure.
Which,
Sex
kinda
Pistols.
amps up all of the Velvet Underground classics.
But we were listening to some of that. We were actually listening to Sweet Jane off of that album. And though I found the music very interesting and very good and melodic, again, not much punk sound there.
Well, I don't know if it was punk in sound as much as punk in attitude, volume. Again, but keeping it simple, loud.
Yeah, but punk wasn't known to
but
keep it really simple.
No, I kind of like, when
When you're getting a
think of
brick,
punk, right,
thrown at you,
I'm thinking
I don't know if that's simple.
fucking safety pins through the cheeks.
Yeah, I don't
and
know if
fucking,
that's keeping it simple.
Fucking
You're
Sex
talking-
Pistols.
You're talking attitude. I mean, as far as musical approach,
Right.
most punk bands, probably some of the first songs they learned were Velvet Underground songs, and they're very basic to learn. They were, they
Sure.
were basically one or two chords.
What's a big Velvet Underground song, Earl?
Obviously, Sweet Jane, White Light, White Heat, Waiting for the Man, Femme Fatale, Venus and Furs,
Right. Lou,
Pale Blue Eyes.
Earl, you're doing Lou Reed proud today. There's one other thing. People are talking today about how he, didn't give a crap about commercial success. You want to discuss that a little bit with
Comment, Earl?
a little bit today?
Well, he didn't necessarily. necessarily adhere to trends. He didn't have to, there wasn't no dance remixes. There weren't any Lou Reed disco songs. There weren't any Lou Reed, bubblegum pop. He kind of followed his own path. That sort of trailblazer does, plays his own path.
Unless he's selling Honda scooters.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but you know what, though? At the time, even that was it was Lou. Because Lou didn't necessarily...
Uh-oh. There he is. Lending his...
This is the epitome of selling out, by the
this
way.
is punk right here.
Using your...
It's like a dance remix a little bit.
Using your hit song to sell some corporate project. Man.
We're fine.
Hey, don't settle for walking.
Oh, he's sitting on a scooter. Hey, don't settle for walking.
There's the guy that didn't want commercials or didn't care about commercial success. But used my hit song to sell Honda scooters.
A couple of bucks. They probably offered him a lot of money right there.
Right.
You know?
But yay.
As soon as he saw how much he was going to make, he gave a shit.
All those
Exactly.
fucking punk principles go out the fucking window.
Blaze that trail on a Honda scooter.
Right. Why did he tell the man to go fuck himself, Earl?
Hey, but look at it this way: Johnny Rotten sold butter. How many commercials are the Clash songs in?
I don't particularly mind when music is used in a commercial.
Oh, I don't mind either.
I think it's a silly thing that people put on artists.
Well, there was a
don't
time-
use your music for commercial.
There was a time it was very taboo.
Yeah, and they didn't do it. You're right.
Yeah, not so much anymore. Right? That's true.
Especially since music's being stolen now so much online and all that shit. It's like, hey, man, if these guys are going to make fucking a couple of million. Let them make it.
You get a nice payday. Well, Earl, your reflections on Lou Reed have been terrific today.
I'm hearing from people here. Let's see. Can Earl and Sal get a show together? Just call it hipster bullshit. What the hell's that about?
It's not my opinion, Earl.
Not mine either. It's obviously a horrible person.
I love Earl.
I think you filled in the blanks perfectly today because we're not big
Yes.
Lou Reed fans here. So
No, we needed an education.
now we have a little more knowledge on the whole thing.
A little education. Going to Barney's today, Earl?
No.
No, huh?
How about the Jay-Z? How about the Jay-Z?
Jay-Z's like...
How about the Jay-Z defending his deal with Barney's?
It's like, yeah.
Because there's way too much fucking money involved.
It's like Barney's racist. It's shop and frisk
Right.
now. And Jay-Z's like, slow down.
Hold on a minute.
Let's all
Hold on a
slow down.
minute. Everyone's bullshit comes out eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z is a big bullshit artist. If he believes there's some racism going down at Barney's, and he does behind closed doors, then he probably should take that deal and tell Barney's to go fuck themselves. But there's way too much money involved for the Jay-Z.
I like that Reverend Al is calling for a boycott of Barney's if they don't have a full investigation, which entails, I guess, everyone at the whole organization being fired. And he has a rhyme. We went from stop and frisk to shop and frisk.
You know what? Stop and frisk, I agree with, but there's a legit point. To these were both paying customers. And hey, look, if Barney's came out and said, "Look, yeah, we do racially profile at times and it bites us in the ass," I'd respect Barney's.
Yeah.
But they won't say that.
Of course they won't.
But these were two people just making legit purchases,
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
fucking cops are stopping them. It's like that. This guy, you can't have that shit.
Someone called the cops.
Well,
So-
no, Barney's. The punch was Barney, yeah.
So you can't fault the cops on that
No,
one.
no,
They're
no,
just
I'm-
following through.
Right.
But Barney's, I gather their loss prevention policy entails looking for black people that are spending a lot of money and questioning whether it's a legit purchase.
Yeah, and you can't do that in 2013 and not expect to hear shit from it. Like if you're going to do that, at least take the repercussions and say that you do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it's really saved you a lot of problems, fine, but don't expect black people to want to shop there.
But don't look for Jay-Z to do anything drastic.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Isn't Macy's in trouble too? Like because of this
Yeah,
shit?
Macy's did
Yeah,
the
whatever.
same thing.
But I'll tell you, Barney's is getting
God.
more flack for some reason.
I told these guys before the show, I go to Barney's once a year. There's never anyone in there because the stuff is so
Yeah.
ridiculously expensive.
Very expensive. As a matter of fact, that kid was buying a fucking $300 belt.
Right.
and the girl bought like a $2,000 purse.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I love Barney's.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I love a good fucking
I don't like the price
up
tag.
and down. No, I hate it, but I still love walking around Barney's.
Jim
buying
goes
some
in there in
cologne.
complete blackface. It's hilarious.
Yeah. And I
You're
take
old.
things just to make their lives harder. I love a good.
But let's talk about the Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z, are you going to cancel your deal with Barney's? Hell nah. Hell nah.
I think that was his exact statement.
Oh, yeah.
As Reverend Al is going to boycott, and he's getting his troops together. Jay-Z's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. Because he obviously is going to make millions off the
yeah.
Barney's deal.
Yep.
Al Sharpton threatens boycott of Barney's over racial profiling.
Oh, boy.
I want to see the Jay-Z, though.
Reverend Al
What is the
jumping
Jay-Z
right in.
saying?
He's saying, like, look, can we all just get along? I guess when they look at their loss prevention and the videotapes of people that have been shoplifting, perhaps they're profiling. Yeah. Perhaps.
Just say that you're doing that then.
Right.
Again, what annoys me is the lack of honesty.
Oh, yeah. It's
Say
complete.
you're doing it and say, look, we're apologizing and maybe we shouldn't have, but we were racially profiling. And
Well, the problem is then the people that should go, oh, okay, at least you're being honest, go, well, there you go. Now we got to fire everybody.
well,
Oh,
exactly.
of course.
Yeah.
That's why that shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be, we've done this break a million times, but it used to be you get in trouble, you throw a little apology out there, like, oh, okay, apologize, he understands, okay, let him continue with his job. No, they expect the apology before they get you fired.
Yeah. Waddle doodle.
Well, the kid had the ID. I think he had proper ID and stuff for
That
the
sounds
card.
like Barney's fucked up.
They fucked up badly, yeah.
So with that, Jay-Z should go, well, Barney's sorry, but I'm going to have to pull all my stuff out of your store.
Remember when I
Because I got to stand behind my people.
I remember when I got the IRS got on me for two $2,000 winning lottery tickets that I cashed in Philadelphia. Yeah, I never did that, but I went on my fucking tax bill, and then they pulled the tape, and there's like some fucking black guy cashing tickets using my fucking name, address, and a social security number that wasn't mine, thank God.
Did that back off the IRS?
No, it took forever to try to convince them I didn't win this fucking thing. Some fucking savage was cashing in my goddamn ticket.
And it probably cost you more than the 2 G's, right?
Oh, yeah, I had fucking Harvey
Yeah, I know.
sending checks to take care of the problem.
So Harvey he had to get paid.
Yeah.
Earl, you added a
course.
lot to the Jay-Z situation, too. Thank you, sir.
So you do have to look at the percentages of people that are pulling shenanigans in stores and wherever, and kind of wonder if that's why people are profiling.
I mean, I don't think it's on Jay-Z. You know what? If you're really upset about it, why not just boycott Barney's and the Jay-Z product?
Hell no!
Slow down.
Slow down, boycotting Jay-Z. Oh, hell no.
What was that?
That's how Jay-Z sounds, man. To the white man.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think Barney's will do, Earl? I'm curious as to what a black gentleman thinks Barney's will do. How do they handle this?
They're going to sacrifice somebody. Somebody.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, of course. But
thrown under the bus.
if Jay-Z's standing behind Barney's, then Barney's is totally safe. Stupid Reverend Al Sharpton needs Jay-Z to, to step on his side.
No, I think in the end, Reverend Al represents Reverend Al.
That's true.
They're going to cut a deal somewhere. Somewhere, money's going to be exchanged somewhere.
Just to
It
have
always does.
that used to be fat fuck go away.
There you go. It's always about fucking him getting something.
That old
There'll be a donation to the National Action Network.
National Action Network.
Reverend Al looks like an old shoe.
He does.
Yeah, he has
An old
he
brown
hasn't figured out
shoe.
very well.
All right, Earl, I miss these days of just riffing
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
Fucking great shit.
Earl Douglas. Earl, fucking, please, wait a minute. Dave Herman, comment.
All right, you were a big Dave Herman fan.
Yeah.
And his personal, how about his radio stuff?
You loved the Dave Herman.
Oh,
Absolutely, positively stunned, and I can't even put into words.
lost for words again.
I think you're the only
Earl.
You're stunned, are you?
You know, I've known Dave off and on.
Really going out on a limb.
Yeah.
I hope you're stunned.
Yeah. Geez.
How long have you known Dave?
Was a pedophile.
Did you know Dave?
On for almost 25 years.
Wow.
How many times? Okay, guys.
And the idea of it, it's like, it is so shocking. And it's so...
You didn't realize you had that much in common with him?
No.
You ever share any young ladies with him down there in St. Croix?
No.
No?
Absolutely no.
You never had an indication that this guy had anything going on?
Zero. Absolutely zero indication. I mean, did you make something up like this? Like,
Sure, I have.
The New York radio message board, I'm seeing a fuckload of people making excuses for him, doubting that it's him. They really are coming to his aid and not believing this.
Delusional.
Those fuckwads.
Dave Herman, of course, is the guy that wanted to have sex with a 6-year-old.
A
7,
6-year-old.
she was 7.
Well, now she's officially 7.
She went
It's made
from
up
6
person,
to
by
7.
the way, because it was a sting.
It started when she was 6.
Right.
His fucking
Right.
him trying to get her. He was courting her at 6.
So what do they say on the message board?
It's unbelievable.
They're saying they could be a setup, and you know, I doubt
The Dave Herman I know.
Yeah. It's
Even
all
though
a
they
bunch
didn't
of
really
horse
know
shit.
Dave Herman because they just listened to his radio show.
All these assholes are still trolling that fucking board.
I mean, from what I read, they got emails, they got phone calls.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Is it true? I heard Scott Muni liked fucking small animals. Comment, Earl. No? Yeah?
You sure?
Don't
Really?
Your will of the dead. Stop.
Damn.
Please.
Did Carol Miller have 5 Yorkshire Terriers and a jar of peanut butter? That's what I'm hearing.
Let's
No?
behave. Stop.
Yeah. Did Vin Skelser used to put vegetation up his ass? That's what I'm hearing.
Behave.
Yeah?
Stop it.
Did Pete Fornatale used to jack off in the largest rock and roll library?
God, no.
All right. Just going through all the rumors I'm hearing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The day thing is it's disturbing and
Yeah.
and in the end, very, very sad. It really is.
Who's it sad for?
Sad for the
Again, just
possible
knowing-
children that he may have had sex with.
Right.
You know, hey, imagine being his kids.
Who's it sad for?
Get to
Maybe
meet Dave Herman.
maybe his family, I guess. Sure.
Not just the.
I'm just happy they got another fucking creep. And
Right.
if it's true, they should shoot him in the back of the head. What do you think of that, Earl?
Creep.
What do you think of that shit, Earl?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
I know it's not a death penalty case, but I truly believe they should fucking take him out back if it's true and shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
What do you think of those apples?
Wow.
Yeah.
You're entitled to feel that way. I mean, I don't think. Again,
It didn't hurt that the
I don't know what's
motherfucker
going
sued
on.
me and Ann for $10 million.
Yeah, that's true.
And had one of his pals secretly taping us,
That's-
wiretapping us.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you feel, Earl, about a guy who was trying to have a 7-year-old flown to another country so he could give her alcohol and stick his cock in her, possibly by force?
Wow.
when I heard the story, it made me sick to my stomach.
But no,
Oh.
let's say, for the sake of argument, it's true. Let's speculate and say that it is true.
Mm-hmm.
If it's true, how does that change the way you feel about Dave Herman?
You know, hey, you lose respect for anybody who wants to even
Oh.
think that, much less try that.
Losing Earl's respect. Well, that's punishment enough.
But
Oh, Earl. I love Earl.
Earl rules.
Earl is
I like throwing the ball around with Earl.
just tossing it around with
Just
Earl.
tossing it around.
On the phones.
All right, Earl. Good
Take
stuff
care,
today,
Earl.
buddy. Love you, miss you.
take care,
Call
guys.
up Ronnie later. I want to hear
See you,
the
buddy.
that exchange.
Yes. All right. Ronnie will be all about Lou Reed today
Yeah.
in a very brilliant way, I'm sure.
In a serious way.
Yes.
Fucking.
All right, Earl.
Us.
Thank you.
He doesn't even like. Ron's a bandwagon Lou Reed fan. He
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, he never listened to the songs like the
Wasn't
Colored
even
Girl
listening
song
to
I like.
The Colored Girl song.
Sam, you want to break down the Black Earl phone call?
He must do so terribly on job interviews.
You think he's really bad?
He has a lot of tells.
He
knows he could use the phone as an excuse one time. He also knows if he repeats the question being asked, that it buys him more time.
Buys him that
where he
much more
hopes
time.
something pops in his brain.
Right.
Because he'd go, what makes you, do you think you'd be a good candidate for this job? Yes, I do. Why do you think that? Why do I think that?
Gets tripped up by the second question.
Why do I think I'd be a good candidate for the job?
Well, just generally,
I have an appreciation for the business at hand.
Right. It's all
What?
just
This
vague.
vagary, this fucking...
And then he uses I'm at a loss for words.
Yes.
Yeah. See, people will accept that one time if you say it.
Yeah.
You can't say it every time a question is asked.
Earl, what comes out of Earl's mouth is like hamburger helper. It just stretches and bulks up.
right. He feigns death.
Yes.
So that he thinks that if he makes a short statement, he can trick people into thinking it's poignant. So they won't ask any follow-ups.
So what are your qualifications for this job? What are my qualifications for this job? Well, I have a lot of heart. Like, what does that mean?
Nothing.
I have a lot of passion for the business.
So what's that? You're breaking up, Earl. I'm sitting right in front of you.
I'm sitting right in front. I'm not on phone.
And then he
Not on
completely panicked. See, unfortunately, you guys at home didn't see this, but when he was silent for, it seemed like about a minute.
I heard him.
He was in the background. The phone didn't hang up yet.
No.
And then he doesn't even acknowledge when we call him back that he had a problem with the phone.
No.
Not only
Because he panicked and didn't know what to do, and then finally hung up on himself.
Not only does he not acknowledge it, but then you call him back and you go, Earl, and he goes, "What's up, guys?" It's like,
Hey, I'm back.
But nothing ever
Hopefully you don't
happened.
remember that I was just talking to you
yeah.
guys.
Right. First time this morning, huh?
Yeah, how you doing?
So, all right.
That's good. Good stuff.
Then we
That's
gotta-
good stuff.
What?
Earl.
Oh, I love Earl.
He just tickles me.
Love him to death.
Yeah, he does.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.